Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options, reviewing our plays from last week. And I tell you what, we have hit a new all-time high and we have smashed through it. Now, there's a couple of short plays we made, a couple of long plays, a couple of plays that have just come to fruition. But my gosh, we are smashing through new all-time highs. And I tell you what, the $160,000 goal that we set that seemed really lofty in December is now looking like it's more and more attainable as we're only $17,000 away. And we still have a good 10 and a half months in order to get there. So let's go through it. Right now we have buying power of 5,684, up 1,200 for the day, up about 5 grand for the week. For the month, up about 7,600. 3 months, up 19,000. 1 year, up 50 grand or 55%. All time since we moved this account over in March of 2023, we are up 77% or 62,298. And we do it through selling covered calls, cash secure puts, a couple of swing trades here and there. And we just add to our long-term assets. That's what we do every single week. We keep it simple, nothing crazy, and we just keep it fun. So we are just adding to the account. We had a lot happen this week. So I want to go through a couple of things. We have a couple of plays on the table that we need to move out into next week. We had a couple of swing trades. We have some shares that are potentially going to be called away, and we have some massive profits that have been booked. First things first, though, I want to talk about MSTX. It got absolutely obliterated this week, and I said, you know what? I'm putting a little bit of money down on this. I sell a truckload of cash secure puts on MSTX, but this time I said, let's just buy 100 shares on this nice dip. If we hit 10% profit, we're out. So what did we do? Well, we bought it on a dip, and we cashed out for 10%. Let's talk about it. So we come down here. You can see the stock got as low as 38.54 for the most part, about 39 and some change. And today we are up. What are we up for the day? About 8.6%, up to $43.63. So let's come down here and let's look at the history. You can see it right there on February 11th, just a few days ago. I saw the stock was down to $39.34. And so I said, what the heck? Let's buy some shares. We bought 100 shares. And I set a profit in my mind that if I hit 10%, I'm going to take profit. So at $43.41 today, I say get rid of those shares. Let's book the $406.75 and let's move on. So quick $400 there, in, out, just a quick swing trade. I alerted it obviously in the Discord, but I also alerted it on Twitter as well. So nice to grab that. Quick little win, but we also sold some puts as well. On those down days, on February 13th, we sold some 32, really conservative for next week, $80 a premium there. And we have some options on the table, right? So you can see right now we're up about, we have 5 strategies or positions open as of right now. We're up 60% so far. We have a few expiring today that are all at 0.01 to close. You can see the 4 at the 34. Those are at 0.01 to close. We have 5 at the 30, 0.01 to close. 2 at the 32 for next week, still $15. 2 at the 30, so 2 at the 32, 2 at the 30, and 1 at the 23. That's that long dated put, and that one is just slowly but surely working. So that was the MSTX move, and now I want to talk about another move that we made. When we had the deepfake news, NVDL got absolutely smoked. So we had some puts on the table, and I want to talk about how we're managing those, right? So a couple of things, right? This stock got obliterated. So we were trading, 70s, 80s, and then this is deepfake right here. Boom, all the way down to 47. So what did I do? Well, we took assignment, and we bought some shares. So let me just come through the history here. You can see we took assignment at the 61.50, and I said, holy crap, this stock's down in the 40s. We took assignment at 61.50. It's not looking good. So how do you do it? Well, you just buy more. If you believe in NVIDIA and we're on a big dip and you think this is some BS, then you have conviction in it, then you double down. So I bought 50 shares here. I bought 400 shares in my other account, which I shared, and I'm going to be cashing out of those today for about 6 grand. I bought 50 shares here at 45.39. And I just started lowering my average cost. I bought another 25 shares at 48.98, and I bought another 25 shares at 49.37. Why did I do that? I did that purely just to get my average cost down. So now my average cost is $56.76. Well, the good thing is NVIDIA has had an absolutely awesome week, right? So if you look at NVIDIA for the week, we're up, or NVDL, I should say, because this is a 2x leverage on NVIDIA. We're up 14%, up to $64. So in my mind, said, what's a profit target I'm okay taking? If my shares are at $56.76, I'm currently up 12%. This is about a 2-week trade. If I can cash out $2,000 plus some premium, I'm going to do it. Now, could this go up to 70 and I miss out on some more gains? Yeah, 100%. Could this go right back down to 40? Yeah, 100%. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to get back the cash. I'm going to sell all 300 shares. I have a call out today at the 63. I'm going to let those go. And I will book over $2,000 in share appreciation here on NVDL on the short play. Now, what could I do following that? Well, I could just come back next week, sell puts. My cost basis is at 56. So let's say I do 56. I do 3 of these, and I get paid another $140 to try and buy my shares back. If I want to go 2 weeks out into NVIDIA earnings, which is another reason why I'm going to take profit, and I go here and I go the 3, I can get paid $900 to try and buy them back for 56. So that's what we're going to do. That's the NVDL play. If this was trading closer to the 63, what I would be doing is I'd be rolling these NVDL calls, right? I have 3 of the 63. If I came in here, and I could do this right now, right? If I wanted to keep my shares, I could roll these to next week. I could get a huge credit, right? I could roll from the 63, let's say, to the 66. I can get a $240 credit. That's going to move the strike up from 63 to 66, buying me $300 in share appreciation for every contract. So that's an extra $900 there, plus the total credit of $240. So yeah, it'd be at $1,140 of extra change. But that's saying that NVDL is above 63 next week for these to get called away. There's a likelihood that it's not. It could trade sideways. It could come back down. But for me, I'm booking the profit. I'm booking the win. A nice quick two $2,500 with the calls and puts win on the play. And we get back to cash, which is where I like to be in this Roth IRA. I like to play it super safe. I like to sell conservative puts, couple calls, and we just let the money just slowly come in, and we slowly stack it up as we build towards 160. So that's the play on NVDL. So let's talk about the options we have. Soxel, 31 calls, 4 of those out for today. Soxel is in the red today, so I'm not going to roll these calls. Could I roll these calls? Yeah, 100%. I could come in here. I could roll the position, go to the 21st. If we want to do the 31s again, we could do 17. We can get $64. But for me, it's down a little bit today, so I'm going to see if we can get a green day on Monday to sell into. So those are going to expire with us. We'll keep all the money there. Should be about $40. MSTX, same thing here. It's up 8% today. Excuse me. A little under the weather this week. Yeah, MSTX, 34 puts, 214. We're just going to let those expire worth this, and we'll keep all our premium. CleanSpark calls, same exact picture. This one was flirting with, it's down 1.36%. So, going to let this expire. Going to keep all my money there. It'll be about $40. Hopefully, we get some green next week. We get a nice Bitcoin breakout, and we sell some more calls. But for now, we're just long-term holders, and we just let the shares sit. So, expire. MSTX puts at the 30. We're going to let those expire too. Another $220. So, another $400 or $500 a week on MSTX. I cannot complain. Now, let's look at TSLL. I apologize. Whirlwind of emotions this week. If you held this TSLL, this sucker went from, my gosh, in the positive to down 1,000 to down 500 to in the positive again. Look at the week on this, right? So if you sold this option, I got paid $168. You guys saw it last week. We made a video on it. Now look at this. This went up to $224 a contract at one point. So we are super underwater, but we believe in Tesla. We believe in the vision, and just like that, it came up, everything worked out. It's above $19, and this is going to expire worth this. But I want some more TSLL puts out there, so what are we going to do? We're going to roll this position. So we should be able to close all these out for $1. We're going to go into next week, and we're going to come and we're going to be a little more conservative this time because, my gosh, it got a little crazy. So we're going to come down to the 17s. We're going to get $105 on our credit, and let's see if we can get a fill. So it's what, 98? And this will release a lot of collateral, right? So if we see if we can get a fill there at the 14, we're right between the bid and the ask. If we can't get the fill, that's fine. I'll let them expire worthless, and we'll just sell the put another day. But that's where we're sitting. We'll see if we can get $100 there on the TSLL trade. But I want to make some other plays. So that's TSLL and NVDL. We're letting those get called. Everything else is lined up for next week, right? MSTX puts, we're up 50 on that. The 30s up 74. Connell puts, we sold those a while ago, up 710. The 30s up 100 or 1,098. And then MSTX. Now that Coinbase earnings is over and they absolutely nailed it, it's time to start layering in a little bit into March. So you guys know how we do it here. I always like to have, you know, $20,000, $30,000 on Connell. It's a nice 14% down day. So all of these premiums are super, super elevated. So we're going into March, and I want to be a little more aggressive here. We're gonna do the 33s, and we're gonna do, oh, I can't do two of these. Hold on. We might have to make some changes because I want to get a couple of these off on this 15% down day. We're gonna have to do this. So we're gonna cancel that TSL order. Hold the phone. We're going to do that. Now we're going to come back here. We're going to buy these to close. We're going to do 7 of them. And we're going to do 0.01. See if we can get these to close out for $7 plus the fee. Should be able to get a couple of these to close out. That will free us up about $13,300 worth of collateral. Should be able to fill here soon. Obviously, TSLL in the next hour or so when the market closes is not going to come down from 20 to 19. So those should clear up. But I want to show you this Connell play I'm going to make. And I'm going to start layering a bunch of these into March. You guys know I like to do my Connell every single month. So we're down 13% here for today, which is nice, especially when they had such a strong earning. So we're going to go to March 21st. We're going to come down here. We're going to do the 33. Let's see if we can get a fill on one of these at the 2.50 medium fill. So we might have to go 245. Robinhood really has terrible fills, to be honest with you. Yeah. So we're going to go at the 2.45. Oh, 2.45. $245, $3,300 worth of collateral, and we're going to pay $245 for that. Now, ideally, you guys can see here with my Connell puts, as of right now, I have 4 at the 30 and I have 2 at the 36. So that tells you, you know, I've got about $20,000 worth of Connell puts that I like to play with. So I want to scale up to this, but I like to add to it on dips. You guys have seen, like, for example, if we take this 30 put, the first 2 we sold and we only got paid $480 for 2. Then the next one we sold, we got $300 for 1 and $370 for another. So selling more on the same position into some dips can be really, really beneficial. So that's where we're sitting now. Probably no more plays we can make today until all these TSL puts close out. If they don't close out, then it is what it is. I'm not going to pay 0.05 to close all these MSTX puts out. It's just a waste of money because they're going to expire and I'll just get all that money on Monday. So sometimes it's just not worth it. So I'll let all this stuff expire. We'll probably have, you know, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 next week to play with. And we're going to make some money with that. So that's all the plays I can make on the video. Sometimes it just works out that way, but I do want to showcase this. Coinbase had a killer earnings. They beat EPS by $2.64, and they had a revenue surprise of $435 million, so $2.27 billion in actual revenue. They absolutely slayed it. Now let's jump into the spreadsheet and let's take a look at it. I'll go through this quickly. I know this video is running a little bit long, so let me just jump into this. How are we looking for the month? Well, we have a lot of premium that we did not book, that we are going to book today and we are going to book on Monday. So these numbers will really jump here soon, especially when we start getting some more of this Connell stuff in. But so far, 6,569 for the year, 1,400, almost 1,500 for the month. As of right now, you can see week 1 was 1,229 right here. Week 2, 220 plus the stuff that we are going to be getting on there today. Right now, the balance at 143,000. We're absolutely destroying every goal that I possibly had for this account. 2% base case is 2,624, which is 656 a week, leaving us with 1,100 to get it done in the next 2 weeks plus today, right? Which today is a huge day because it's Friday, so there's a lot of premium. We didn't take any of the call premium in for rolling, really. We didn't take any of the put premium in because we're letting everything expire worthless, and we're not chasing stocks that are green. So I'm probably going to do a $2,000 week next week, and I'm probably going to hit the 2% base case next week alone. So just keep that in mind. We're already 55% of our way to hitting the goal in February. We're 19% of the way to hitting our annual goal for 2025, and we're almost 90% of the way to hitting our $160,000 goal for the end of the year. You guys have seen it here. This is where our money comes in and has come in so far. Lots of puts on MSTX. Been showing them every week. 3,300 there and booked profit. Connell, 1620. TSL 449. NVDL 412. And we have some massive trade gains that are going to be coming as well, right? So when I'm talking about trade gains, like this one, we just sold the MSTX shares, right? So we made $406.65. We bought 100 shares for $39.34. We sold them for $43.40. So we booked the 406 there on the trade. NVDL, when it gets called, it looks like TSLL just went through, so we can go back and trade that. But we are also going to book over $2,000 on MVDL on the trade gains. So that'll put another 2,000 or so there. So it's going to end up being, I mean, it's going to be hard to say, but it'll probably end up being a 5, 6, 7% month if all things go right. But we are just going to keep pushing forward as we push this to $160,000. I want to jump back in here because we did just have a bunch of buying power. Oh, only 1 of 7 filled. That's okay. So I want to get at least another one in. Let me come down here. See if I can get another fill for the 245. So we're going to sell 1, 2.45. Oh, why does it do that? 2.45. So we're going to try to get another one of these. Same exact strike. We're just going to try to add one more position. What this will do is this will give us 2 contracts at the same thing. We'll get paid about $500, just under $490. And I want to have probably 4 of these. I'm just going to keep adding, but a 12% down day, I cannot pass that up. So hopefully that gets filled. The rest of these TSL ones will probably close out here in the next couple of minutes. Anyways, so that's everything I got for today. 2,624 base case for the month of February. 4,014 for 3% and 5,456 to hit 4% this month on the balance. But we are absolutely slaying it. $143,000, new all-time high in the portfolio, and we are pushing up and forward. So thank you, everybody, as always, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in that drops likes, that drop comments, that supports the vision, that is grinding and building their accounts with me. I hope you guys are making money with me. It's been a heck of a 2 years filming this, and hopefully we just continue to raise this account. Can't wait to see it grow. So thanks, everybody. Have a happy weekend. Happy Valentine's Day if you're watching this on launch day. And we'll catch you later.